Welcome back to Dad's Deals and Dumbbells, where dad life meets business hustle and barbells.
We're two dads, one chiropractor, one lawyer, both entrepreneurs trying to balance family, fitness, and building businesses without losing our minds or our gains.
And whether you're chasing toddlers, chasing deals, or you're chasing XPR in the gym, this is a place for real talk, hacks, dad hacks, and some unfiltered opinions as well.
And today we're coming to you from a place neither of us expected to be recording a podcast in.
That's right. We are on site doing a shoot at Windy City Curling, where we're about to attempt one of the most confusing Olympic sports that I have ever seen.
Definitely the Olympic drinking game, basically, is what I like to think of it. Curling. It looks easy on TV, but apparently it might not be as easy as we think.
You know, I told my wife that we were coming here to shoot this episode, and this is my last shot at becoming an Olympian. So we're going to find out if I can do that or not. She laughed at me and told me I'd have a better shot at winning a pie eating contest. So
maybe have a better shot at a mac and cheese cook-off.
That's
we'll see what happens. Either way, let's get into it and see what the sport's all about.
And before we bring on our guest, who's a member here on the board and is going to show us around and teach us how to curl, let's talk some wins and fails for last week.
Smart move. I say a win this week is we might have found a new school for our girls to go to. We had having some challenges, I would say, issues with their current school and some things. So we're considering other options. So maybe we found a good one.
That's good.
And then just got to finish the application and convince the Catholic school that we're not terrible. Not heathens, go no. We'll see what happens. But then as far as a fail for the past week, I got sick last week. Like a nice 24-hour bug. Luckily, it was only 24 hours. So that was not a good fail.
Yeah. Well, stuff's going around. For me, yesterday I had wins and fails across the entire day. Once a month I have to, for one of my hustles, so to speak, my side jobs, I have to go downstate, drive 400 miles round trip. And it started off, I had to go to the grocery store before I left town to get supplies for the mac and cheese cook-off. And my mom, it was retiring from the board that I was going down for the meeting on, so I had to stop at the grocery store also to get some champagne for her, to toast her after she'd been on this board for 41 years. I bought 2 bottles of champagne. As I'm checking out, I managed to take the bags, I'm putting them in the cart, I drop a bottle right on the floor at 7:45 in the morning, shatters, woman's super nice, so there's part of the fail. I go get another bottle, I come back, I check out, I walk out. Somehow, I bought 3 bottles. 1 bottle made it to the car.
Broke another one?
No.
You just left it?
I don't know where it went. But I was too embarrassed to go back to the store.
The lady's like, that's mine.
Maybe that was her fee for cleaning up after me. So that was definitely a fail. I would say the win was my mom got to close up a chapter of her life. 41 years spending on this board that she brought me onto, and
Big deal.
It was nice. It was a nice little celebration for her. So yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So now let's shift gears a little bit. We're going to take a tour of this facility. We're introduce you to Tom Arra, a friend of mine who also happens to be pretty darn good at curling. And I was going to expect curling was more 12-ounce curls, and instead we have 40-pound stones that we're going to get to throw around.
Granite stones.
From
Scotland.
From an island in Scotland?
Yeah, apparently it's the only one. If you watch some of the Olympics, they covered it a little bit, but he'll inform us a little bit more about it. So
yeah. So let's go.
All right, welcome back to Dad's Deals and Dumbbells. I'm Dr. Mitch Quill here with
Tom Arra
at Windy City Curling. We're here to do an experience figuring out what it's like to learn curling and all about it. Take it away. How do we get? It seems like we're in one spot. We came in another spot.
Correct, yeah. So we're at our back entrance, which is usually where our members are parking. Because you got a lot of parking back here. We don't have to deal with the rest of the mall. But Google Maps and everybody else takes you to the front door. That's why we got the big curling sign, which is also kind of fun when you walk in the door and they head down the stairs and you're like,
this is not what I expected at all. It's way nicer than I thought.
Yeah, so we can head this way. We can talk a little bit about the warm rooms and the ice house. We built this facility in 2019. We ended up having to kind of rebuild it again back in 2021 because we did some things wrong. And then actually at the middle of our season in 24, we ended up having a fire in the unit above us.
Oh, wow.
So about 20,000 gallons worth of water came down through the ceiling from the unit above us. pretty much had to start all over again. So this thing
Didn't want to make everything like a curling thing?
no, unfortunately not one giant sheet. No.
Oh, darn.
So yeah, so you come on in and we've got our main warm room here. You can easily see what's going on all 3 sheets that we have. You guys noticed as you walked in through the main entrance, you got a giant bar and a cooler full of beer back there.
Nice.
Always recommended. It's kind of like bowling in that sense.
It's an Olympic drinking game.
Exactly.
Kind of what I like to think about it.
And as you can see, we've got another event going on during this time. Cool. Typical, we'll have 1 or 2 events going on all at the same time.
Okay.
But we also have curling every night here for our league members. So if you come on over this way, we can actually talk a little bit about how this place kind of came to be. We actually have kind of this montage of photos coming down the hallway here. So way back when, this is about 2018 or so, this was the Illinois Department of Health and Human Services office building. So they were down here. That's why that back entrance is there. So there was cubicles as far as the eye could see.
Yep.
And we came in, and day 1 after we got the Reese was destruction. Yes.
The fun part.
Yep, the fun part. So you'll see this starts to look very familiar with all the columns. We're going to see those when we go over the ice house. And slowly, as we kind of got rid of all the
Gutted,
rubble,
for
and
sure.
actually got us all the way down to nothing.
Just studs for sure.
Yeah, just the supports. And so we had a plate canvas to really like kind of start out everything, framing out all the walls, making sure our ice house is clean and big as possible, just so we have as much room for the ice field as we can have. Getting some of the drywall and stuff up. You can see a bunch of the HVAC because there's a lot of, it's essentially a hockey rink in there. We've got a lot going on. Make sure, one thing that we wanted to make sure is we, like you saw in the warm room, you got giant windows to see what's going on out on the sheets, right? You don't want just the people on the sheets having fun. You want everybody in the warm room taking a look and seeing how the games are going and cheering on. And then now it starts to look very familiar if you ever looked at an ice rink, right? We've got
All the piping.
cooling tubes and piping. We had to come in and build all of that in, work with the building to bring in more electric power because we've got a whole chiller plant outside.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, you had to, none of that was here because again, it was an office building. It wasn't.
It's not wired for, not coded for.
And then this is when we started to first put the water down, started to get things frozen. We can see some of our decals in the ice the very first time. And then right here, we've got this. This is, I believe, probably about September or so of 2019. So, you know, a great time to get something up and off the ground and then have everything come crashing down.
Oh, yeah.
That's when, unfortunately, I was also on the board and president. So it was very much a
Learning experience for sure.
Very much so. Yeah. So, but we built this place in order to not just have curling, but also have events like we talked about. So we have a big event space back here. Typically when we have tournaments going on, this is where we'll also put a lot of food out. So people are kind of congregating here. And again, wanting to make sure that you can see all of the action right away. So you're not away from the ice house. You can always see what's going on through the windows.
Nice.
So a lot of times, this is where people are just kind of hanging out, maybe between draws and
Waiting for their turns.
waiting for their turns. Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the podcast, Tom. I cannot thank you enough for teaching us today and for making this facility available. And you undersold it, I got to tell you. This place is fantastic.
We put a lot of work into getting where we're at. Like I said, we've had to kind of rebuild a couple times, but every time we've, I think, made it just a little bit better. So it's, I think, one of the best facilities we've got in the area. So it's a lot of fun.
How many are in the area?
Yeah, so we've got 2 up on the north side, one in Northbrook, actually 2 kind of on the outskirts of Northbrook, and then there's one down south called Waltham that's actually down by Starved Rock. So we're 4 in Illinois.
Starved Rock, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, curling's actually really big in like the farming community because in the winter, these guys don't really have much to do. And so curling clubs have started up in farming communities in the past.
Oh, that makes sense.
Interesting. Well, so introduce yourself. I know curling is not your full-time job.
It's not my full-time job, no.
Not yet?
Not yet. It'd be fun. That right up there with triathlon. I'd love to have that as a full-time job as well. But no, I'm a software engineer by trade. Been a software engineer, product manager, operations manager. You name it in a software team, in a software company, I've probably done it during my, 15, 20 years almost I've been doing this.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, you and I met through the Triathlon Club, and I don't know. You think you're going to go Olympics here or through the triathlon first?
So definitely not triathlon. I have a better shot here. Unfortunately, I cannot run 5 miles. So triathlon Olympics is out of the question. But yeah, the guys you see on TV who are doing this Olympics, national level, whatnot, the joke is always, especially Team Schuster, who won gold back in 2018 Korea on the Olympics. They look like a bunch of dads who just got out on the ice and happened to work their way into the Olympics somehow. Now that you guys have been out there, I think you could probably say like, maybe not so much. It's always a chance. There's always a chance, but yeah, it's a lot of work to get to that level, but it's a lot of fun. Especially, I've met a lot of those guys. You get to go to different curling clubs and hang out with them. Yeah. And when you watch them play, or you sit down and have a beer with them after the game, you're like, oh yeah, they're just curlers just like you. Yeah. So it's kind of fun.
We shot this out of sequence, so we actually already did the curling. And Mitch and I were talking earlier about the fact that this is dramatically different than what I expect in terms of a lot of it comes down to technique.
Yes.
The finite things.
Definitely harder than I expected.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So newfound respect, because you watch it on the Olympics and you're like, oh, looks so easy.
Well, we really did and focused on more of like the athletic side, right? Like the sweeping, the throwing, like trying to get you comfortable on the ice.
Yep.
The one thing that we didn't really get to talk too much about, because it's not as fun when you're, beginners, is like the strategy of what's going on out there, right? Exactly. Like putting up guards versus throwing hits, and how do you hide stones behind other ones? Like there's a whole other side of the game that we didn't even get a chance to touch on.
Like when to sweep, when not to sweep.
Exactly, yes.
But that probably all comes with experience,
Correct.
knowing the speed. Is there something with like knowing the sound? Like, as if it sounds louder, like, oh, that's gonna be a good one.
So
sounds too late. That's not going.
Joe had one that actually I told him like it kind of got thrown to the outside a little bit, and this is what I call like it's kind of the fresher ice, and that actually will sound a little bit different. It'll sound a little almost like crunchier, and so at that point you're like, oh crap, I really got to sweep this to make sure it gets through the mud and kind of smooth it out. Right?
Kind of like the rough versus the fairway.
You got it,
because you can see it on the sheet.
Yes,
like down the middle, it's definitely nice and shiny.
Yep. Well, and the conditions change throughout the game, right? You're out there for 2+ hours, so that one side of the sheet might get worn in a little bit more than the other, and you got to compensate for that. So it's always changing.
Definitely a chess game.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, outside of triathlon and curling and software engineer, you are our first dad of a 4-legged baby.
Yes. Yeah. No 2-legged ones right now, but I've got a pit bull named Olive. She's about 7 years old now at this point.
The upside with a dog, of course, is every time you come home, they're happy to see you.
Sometimes it depends who walks in the door first. If it's me, I get that first couple seconds, and then my wife is right behind me, and then mom is the favorite 100%. There's no way of hiding.
It's always the case for a child.
Yeah.
All right, now I will say, as we had you prep for the show, you did share a story that was I laughed out loud when I read it.
Yes.
It's an incident with a Roomba and your dog. So tell us about that.
The end part of this is the Roomba is now not allowed to run on a schedule anymore. It only runs when somebody is home. Because the story is, yes, we had Olive for a handful of years at this point, and everything's good. She was out of the cage, no problems. Every day the Roomba would go off around 10 o'clock. Well, we came home from a trip after about a week. She was not happy that we were gone that entire time.
Yep.
She let herself be known by leaving a nice present in the middle of the front room.
Oh no.
And the Roomba caught it.
And spread it everywhere.
You got it, yes. Yeah. Ooh. So that required, yes, we're gonna
nice off camera.
Yeah, they're all laughing at it. Yeah. Safe to say that Roomba got tossed out. But then also had to go get the carpet cleaned and move all the furniture, and it was a long weekend. Let's put it that way.
How bad did that smell?
Not great. As soon as I opened up the door coming in the garage, I went, out of the garage, I went, uh-oh, something happened. Oh. And that was one where, yes, the dog was very happy to see me, and then realized like, oh, I'm in trouble.
I'm bad.
It's not so great. So yes, that would be my fail. Yes,
fun parenting moment.
Yes.
There. Let's talk about your personal motto. You got one?
I think the biggest one for me is really like just make sure you show up. I think there's too many times where people talk a big game, but showing up is half the battle. The big part of that I've seen this with is actually with you and I at Triathlon, right? And the people who constantly show up, they put in the work, even if that session isn't great, right? Like they're getting something out of it. And I feel like it's kind of the same thing with job, sport, anything else, right? As long as you show up and you're there to like put in the work, you're going to get something out of it. But unfortunately, I feel like I've worked with and I've met a lot of people who just like kind of meander their way through things rather than actually showing up and being present in it.
Yeah, consistency. Whether you're working out or work.
The 1% better each day.
Exactly. Yeah. Same thing.
It doesn't have to be 100% better in one day.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not at all. Now, I want to talk briefly about background in business, and because you've been with both some very large companies where everyone would recognize the names.
Yep.
And you've been with some startups as well.
Yeah.
Tell us about the difference between those two in terms of structure, chaos.
Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to have experiences in both sides, giant corporations, including Microsoft, Nokia, BMW, all the way to my last 2 jobs I've had. I was like number 15. We built that company up to about 100 some odd people worldwide. The place I'm at right now, I'm employee number 4. So yeah, there's a big difference in how you have to manage that, but in the end, the goals are always the same, right? I'm there to delight customers. I'm there to build cool stuff. I'm there to build employees up. But how you go about it, especially in those different structures, is sometimes pretty different, right? The things I had to do back at the big corporations when it comes to paperwork and process and everything else, you learn it, it becomes important in that role. And what I've done, I think, decently well is figure out which pieces of that make sense to bring down to a bigger organization that maybe is trying to grow up. Right? Like in a 6-person company that I am right now, like, I'm sorry, I don't need a giant tool-based system for doing mid-year reviews. Like, no, we just need to sit down and have a conversation. But learning the importance of being on a routine of like, hey, let's sit down and talk about how you're doing in the company and where you want to go and all this other stuff. Like having that experience ingrained with you because it's part of the big process of the big company, I think has been good to pull down onto, a team that has started as like my current position. It started as 3 engineers just building really cool stuff, and now we're slowly starting to build up. And it's okay. Like, how do we get from point A to point B? Been able to fall back on all that big company experience in order to help.
The best way to build it up too is if you kind of start off at the beginning with the structure of a big company, so it's easier to grow that way.
Yeah, it's more about like, I think bringing it in when you need it and like knowing the inflection points, right? Like there's some breaking points when you go from 5 people to 10 people or 10 people to 20, right? Like, and knowing, I think, what works when can make a big difference.
Definitely. Oh yeah. Yeah, 100%. So let's jump to your dad hack, your 4-legged dad hack.
Besides not leaving the Roomba out.
Leaving the Roomba out.
I'm not sure that's a hack.
What's the second behind that?
So I put this in it. I think it goes back to the dog, but it also goes towards me when it's especially in training season. Is I've always got snacks.
Yeah.
Right. Like you and I know this one, right? Like, yes, like sometimes I've got a pocket full of dog snacks because I'm ready to go for being at home or going out on a walk. But there's also a lot of times where like, you go out to my car right now, there's a bag full of gummy clusters in there and some goldfish and some crackers, right? Because I'm
need some fast carbs.
Exactly, yeah, and it's those reels you see on Instagram of just like, oh, I'm so glad my son is so healthy, doing all these workouts and everything, and then you see everybody shoving the food in their mouths and the processed sugar and everything.
Oh yeah,
it's all in moderation, but also like it's amazing how getting a snack in somebody or the dog that like changes the mentality or the mood of someone right away.
It's all about the blood sugar.
Exactly, yeah.
Has there ever been a time where you ran out of human snacks and only had dog snacks? You're like, I'm on a long run. I think I need to eat this.
I'll power through, and I will say I definitely have like made my running routes, so I know that I've got like a gas station every like 4 miles or so. So like I've got a just in case.
Yep.
But I haven't had to resort to that. I've definitely gotten into the situation, and you kind of look at it, you're like, well,
Sequine real good right now.
Yeah.
There's some chicken jerky for dogs out there that I might have tried.
There you go.
I'll use a little salt.
You could at least use like the human jerky for the dog too.
That's true. Yeah, she gets a lot of human food. Yes.
Well, we appreciate you having us on today. Let's talk for a moment here, just so people can really find this place. You know the address off the top of your head?
I don't know the address on the top of my head.
It'll be in the YouTube description.
Yes. You can also just go to windycitycurling.com. There we've got all the information about the club itself, the facility, as well as that's a place where you can do things like sign up for Learn to Curls. We hold them every Friday night, 2 hours. Okay. You'll go through a little bit of what we did today, and sometimes a little bit more. The step after those Learn to Curls is rookie leagues, where you start to learn a little bit more of the game itself, like cadence, etiquette, strategy, all of that stuff.
The unwritten rules.
Exactly. And those are usually Saturday and Sunday afternoons.
Okay.
Depending on how we've got leagues laid out, for about 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks, 2 hours or so a day. And then you get to start to meet some of the other club members and stuff as well, and kind of graduate into leagues and everything else from there.
The next level, then the Olympics.
Yes,
So
exactly.
lots of options here. Definitely check it out. Check out the website. If you have, I'm going to bring my team back here. I can already say we're gonna come back as a group.
I'll definitely suggest it for my office. Well, you have to take it up or not is the question.
Yeah, we do a lot of private events, we do corporate events. So yeah, if we've had everything from like block parties, like I said, to corporate events here. We just had a rash of open houses for the Olympics. So we were putting a lot of people through on the ice because we had everybody watching it every night at home and the watch parties and stuff. So yeah, it's we can just about work with anybody who wants to come in and spend some time on the ice. We're all here about the tagline for the club is it's more than curling, it's community. And you start to feel that as soon as you join a league, no matter how new or old you are to the sport.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it's built for all body shapes, ages, sizes. So.
Correct. Yeah, we didn't get a chance to talk about it or anything on the ice, but so like I play doubles. I actually play with my mom.
Nice.
She's had her knee replaced. She can't crouch down like we were in the hack and slide. She plays with the stick. Totally adaptive way to play. And
I did see the Paralympics died.
Exactly. And so then that's the next step of it. We actually January of last year of 2025, we were the host site for the USA Curling Nationals for Paralympics. Oh, cool. So those guys that you're seeing on the Paralympics right now, yeah, a bunch of them were here.
Oh yeah, let's
play. Yeah,
very cool.
So yeah, it's a very adaptable sport, available for everybody, and that's why the community aspect's so big.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for having us out. By the way, I know you were a good coach before this. You do the coaching part of the swim as well. You do a fantastic job out there coaching.
I've had a lot of practice. I've been doing this. I've been part of the club since 2017, give or take. 2016, 2017, somewhere in there. So I've taught a lot of learn to curls, done a lot of corporate events. I enjoy it a lot because you get people in the element of something that they don't get to do all the time. And like you guys said, like, oh yeah, I can do this. And you get in there, you're like, you get humbled real. I can't do it. But the best part of that is like, if you can get on the ice with them and get them laughing and laugh with them, not at them, with them, then it cracks the ice really, really easily. Not the ice you're standing on, but like with everybody.
The theoretical ice.
Theoretical ice, yes. And everybody has a good time. And that's what we're here for. And just trying to grow the sport, have some fun with it.
Definitely.
Well, we definitely had a good time. I'm not sure how this whole thing's going to get spliced together now in retrospect, but we had a pretty good time. Check it out. WindyCityCurling.com.
Got it.
Any social events, check it out.
Yep. Instagram is the one we're probably the most active on. But yeah, we're on the socials as well. Again, all the links on the website.
How you doing, Mitch?
Probably do about 20-ish minutes of like getting you guys in the hack, throwing some stones, getting you feeling good, being on the ice, all that kind of stuff. Then I just like having fun and going and play. That's more.
What they're called, stones?
Yes. Yeah. So perfect question. Let's start with the lingo.
Not getting stoned like you're used to.
Ah, damn it. Yeah.
Let's say,
Let's.
are you taping? Stop saying what you're saying.
That was Jose Quintero, village trustee.
You guys gave the
Give me the mic, Mitch.
you guys gave the lawyer a camera. What was there you go. All right. Yeah. So we'll start with the lingo. It's super simple.
Oh, shit.
This is ice. Those are stones. This is a broom. We're pretty much done. What's that? I see. Yeah. Throw that back there and get this out of the way. If you take a look at the ice, you can kind of see it's not flat, right? This is not, you bring a Zamboni in, it shoves a bunch of water on the ice and then it freezes over. We actually manicure this ice a lot. So we have more of like a manual Zamboni to like cut the pebble off, but then we reapply it. So if you saw it all in the Olympics, there was a guy who pebbles the ice. He's got a giant backpack full of water, a little hose coming off of it, and essentially a shower head that's pointing upwards. And he's just walking backwards, going like this. to break the water up. It lands as little droplets all over the water, gives this the texture. This texture is what actually makes all of the curling and physics and everything work. Reason why that's all important, you're not gonna slide around like it's ice in the parking lot or ice at Seven Bridges on the, at the ice arena or anything. It will get a little bit more grippy, you'll get a little bit more confident the more and more that you step on the ice. Sure. Sound good so far?
Yep.
We'll make it happen. We need the enthusiasm.
A little faith
You
over
had a
there.
helmet for him because
He was asking about it. He was asking about it.
he walks around the pavement with a helmet sometimes. So
All right, so real quick, what we're gonna do, just so you guys can understand what we're talking about when we're talking about curling, we got 6 of you, so we're gonna put 3 people here, 3 people there. If you walk onto the ice, come on from this side so you don't have to step over the stones, and just kind of step right on. You can see, oh, it's not that scary.
no, we're gonna run.
All right, so if I can get 3 of you on that side and 3 on the other, and I can pull these guys out, right?
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Doesn't it? Yeah. So before we do this little exercise, I'm going to show you guys what a curling stone actually is. Anybody want to take a guess as to how heavy these guys are? 40 pounds. Oh, well, you guys did your research.
Let's say 40.
I usually get to play trivia, man. Here. Yeah, 40, sometimes 42 pounds. Kind of depends on how new, how old the rocks are and everything. Fun part is, this giant stone, this little circle right here is actually the only thing that is on the ice and making contact. The whole rest of this is off the running surface at all. So when we talk about sweeping, we're going to talk about why you stay just right in front of the stone rather than sweeping all the way over everything. All right, what we're going to do is line you guys up across from each other. Joe, I'm going to be you for a second. And actually, let's scoot down a little bit so we get away from the hack. Perfect, that'll work right there. Nice soccer skills. All you're going to do is crouch down, and your name again was? Ryan. Come on down, crouch down. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to focus on my right, your left foot, and I'm going to turn the rock to the left, your right. What we're going to see, and I'm not going to throw it really fast, what we're going to see is as the stone slows down, that's when that curl starts to happen. And see how that curl goes when you turn the stone, just like that. Exactly. Yeah. So even slower than that. There you go, that's a good one. So you see, like, it was on the middle line and all of a sudden it's almost 6 inches, 8 inches off of that. All right, everybody getting a little bit more comfortable on the ice, kind of understand, like, hey, you don't need to, like, be the power guy out here. Perfect. I know that's, I was just about to say, I know that's not Mitch's wheelhouse, but we'll make it work.
I'll try and finesse.
All right, perfect. All right, the next thing we're gonna do here is get a little heat in the system. We're gonna talk about sweeping. You're good, no worries.
Sorry.
Yeah, I guess one thing I should say.
Don't pick it up.
The stone up. We can leave it on the running surface. It'll be
Yeah,
totally
you're not
fine.
doing curls. Okay?
Yeah,
Settle down.
no. Yeah, exactly.
Those are usually the 12-ounce girls.
I mean, aren't we all? All right. Crap.
I just killed the ice.
When you get a little heat in you guys, we're going to talk about sweeping. Anybody have an idea on why we sweep?
Melt the ice.
Let's speed it up.
I heard that. Yeah, a little. So the fun part is just about all those answers are correct in one way or shape or form. The biggest thing, and what we're going to talk about mostly here, is you're trying to keep the stone straighter, not curling as much, and further. You can't really slow a stone down. If you do, that's illegal. You'd be like the cheating Canadians pushing the stone. So what I'm going to do, actually, you can kick those stones over here just so they're out of the way. Perfect. Don't need to trip them. You can. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about sweeping here. Remember that running band is really just like from this edge to this edge. All of the new people come out here and they want to be super enthusiastic and they're like, I'm going to sweep all the way out here. And you're just wasting all sorts of energy. Much like triathlon, this whole game is energy management. A typical curling game is about 2 hours. So you got to be out here on your top of your game for about 2 hours. So you got to know when and where to kind of put your energy into the game. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to just push the stone. I'm going to walk with you guys so you get a little bit more comfortable walking on the ice as well. The big thing here is I'm going to start going up this way. I'm not going to be super loud. But you gotta listen to my voice about, are we sweeping or are we just walking with the stone? Because you're gonna do both. You can't sweep the stone if your skip calls you on if you're not walking with the stone halfway down the ice already. Sound good? Make sense? All right, come on in everybody, get your brooms right here on the center line. We're just gonna go up and down the center line, maybe just halfway. You can hit each other's brooms. I guess that maybe I shouldn't have led with that. But the big thing is, especially for you, don't touch the stone. If the broom touches the stone, technically we pull it out of play. Okay. We're here to have fun, so we're not gonna do that. But I'll teach you all the rules while we're on. All right, so
Only
I'll
for
start
Canadians.
yelling a little bit here, but you guys start sweeping, and we're gonna walk that way. Mitch did a perfect example of what we shouldn't do, which is turn this way. We should always be walking in the direction of travel.
Okay.
We'll talk about why, but you led me right to it. Sorry to pick on you, but you just led me right in.
I broke the
All right,
ice,
so
it's
start
fine.
sweeping, sweep, 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 sweep. Keep moving, faster, 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 faster. Keep talking. Go, 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 go. Oh my God! Okay, stop. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. But you got to keep walking with it. You got to keep walking with it because all of a sudden you got to sweep, sweep, sweep. Get it there, guys. Let's go. All the way, all the way, all the way. Okay, let it glide. Stop, 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 stop. It's looking pretty good. Perfect. Sweep! Sweep! Real hard! Real hard! Looking good! Go, go, go! Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. Let it die, let it die. I purposely overthrew it, so you're good. There you go. See, it's starting to slow down. See how it's moving along the lines there? We're gonna get just to the hack. Perfect. My right shoe, because I'm right-handed, my right shoe is a gripper just like what you guys have on, except mine's built into the shoe. Okay. When I put my
Noble makes those?
these guys is a 1/4 inch of Teflon.
So you're
Oh, nice.
sliding on one and the other one you're pushing.
Exactly. So when I'm doing this, you'll see I'm,
That looks cooler than us walking.
doesn't it?
Yeah. Why can't we get those?
So when I play doubles, I play with just one other partner. I will slide out, throw my stone, and then I will pop up and slide and sweep.
Okay.
If I play on a normal team with 4 people, I'll slide when I throw because that's what you got to do. But then when I'm going and sweeping, I'm putting this guy on, so I don't have to try and balance and sweep all at the same time.
Okay.
But me putting my gripper on lets us talk about how you guys are going to throw. So I didn't give you one piece of lingo. I forgot. This guy's called a hack. Maybe a couple pieces of lingo. Sorry. Hack is what we stand in. This is what's going to give us some stability. This guy has pins in the ice. It ain't going nowhere. Mitch is strong, but he ain't that strong. It ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
We're going to push off of it. We'll be good. This guy right here is just a portable version of what I have built into my shoe. This is Teflon. So it is slidey. Just this little push. And look at how far it's going.
Oh, yeah.
So this is probably
That's the slippy
the
thing.
most dangerous part of this whole damn thing. I know it's super scary looking, right? No, you're good. We're all good. We'll talk about how you get on and off this thing so you won't hurt yourself. Last piece here is the stabilizer. When you guys saw me and I threw, I had my broom. That's just because of what I'm used to and what I do. But every curler starts with this guy. This is what's going to stabilize you when you throw. We're going to want to try and keep as much of our weight on this as we can. So
yeah, figured it out.
So what we're going to do here is, so left foot goes forward,
I'll move with it.
right foot
Watch out,
stays
Sal.
behind. And now you're ready for TV. That's all it is. When you feel comfortable. See if you can hold yourself up on that stabilizer. I will catch the rock.
Slide back.
Perfect. Give it a little shove. Love it. Pretty good. To throw a rock is 3 steps. First, we take everything and we just push it like an inch or 2 forward, just to make sure it's not stuck on the ice. Second step, we pull it all back, just a little bit. The rock comes to my toe, my left foot comes back to the heel of my right foot, and the stabilizer comes with me. And then we push it to a lunge. So left foot goes forward, right foot stays behind. Yep.
Yeah, the walking and sweeping is it's a lot more of a workout than I would have anticipated.
Yeah. Let's go, Joe. Come on. Joe, sweep.
Sweep harder, Tom!
This is actually looking really good.
Why you put your stone there, Jose?
Close.
Mitch has something wrong with him. That's how. Are we sweeping?
Yeah, we just got work on direction. All good. All right.
Phone the effort in, Jose. Come on.
What's the score?
No score.
Wanna try again?
1, 2, 3.
What was that?
6-4.
So it doesn't, this is where what I said before doesn't completely apply. The rings matter as long as you're touching the rings. So, is that one touching the rings?
Nope.
Want to double check?
Straight down?
Yes.
No, it's not, Tom.
Yeah, it is.
We gotta get your eyes fixed. I don't think so.
Straight down.
Oh, it is.
Straight down. See how
son of
it's
a
just
bitch.
clipping the blue? Straight down. Yeah, so,
So if it's not touching, it's 0.
correct. Yeah, if I just do this, that's 0.
Now, but in fairness, if you angle it right, this one's touching. Because if I stand over here,
So it's always straight down.
There we go. Now go.
All right, let's introduce our guests we have today.
I am Ryan Keith with Keithstone Ventures.
And
Jose Quintero
With?
with Winston Hospitality Group
And?
and with the Village of Bolingbrook.
There you go.
Sal Gaddam with SRG Realty Group,
And?
Asset 6 Roofing.
there you go.
Yeah.
Plug it.
Yeah. Andrew Prees with Remax Professionals.
We are not professionals. What? And hope you enjoy the debauchery that we had on the ice. What was your favorite parts?
The pain in my knee right now.
I enjoyed everything.
Good.
It was overall fun. I mean, I didn't know what I was getting into, but it was
Did
exciting.
you pee your pants?
No, that's from like getting into the sport.
Oh yeah,
That's
deep plunge.
like, yeah.
Deep plunge. Got it.
Deep blocks. Trying to find that perfect balance between pushing it too hard and not hard enough. So trying to find that finesse.
That was definitely hard. Too bad you only get like 2 throws at a time, not like one long, one short, and then the third one right in the middle. But you had a good time.
all right, let's talk final verdict. Curling experience.
The question of the hour: is it a real sport?
It is a real sport, and I will say, and I'm sure somebody's going to disagree with me on this, I think there are sports like shooting pool. I don't think of it as a sport. Technical, yes.
It's a skill.
Skill, yes. Do you sweat? Do you have to get your heart rate up? I think that's what you need for a sport. I feel like it's what you need for a sport.
Say, well, you're saying pool's not a sport or is a sport?
It's not a sport.
Okay, so is curling a sport, you think?
Curling is a sport, and
Yeah.
for no other reason. I mean, you do a lot of walking, but when you do the sweeping, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Now the technical part of pushing off and
In the deep lunge and things, that was difficult. Some of our guests had a hard time getting into a deep enough lunge to not fall on their butt. There's definitely gonna be some funny blooper reels on this, but yeah, definitely a sport because it's a longer sheet than you think, or sheet of ice than you think, and depending on the shoes that you had and the grippies versus non-grippies and sliders, like you're definitely getting your steps in because you're doing end off over end, and I think that Tom was saying the average game is about 2 hours, so you're moving pretty quick.
it's interesting because I have a newfound respect for the technical ability because the difference between getting it to where the house is,
The hog line,
the hog line,
is it past the hog line? You said
the challenge
into the house.
there, opposed to throwing it past it. There's not a lot of
Not a lot of margin for error.
fair. So definitely a sport.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I agree.
So
What's your favorite part? Throwing, sweeping, being the little guy that stands there with the broom, say, hey, go over here.
no, I think throwing.
Throwing.
is the fair part, yeah.
Definitely need more practice doing that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other key takeaways? Oh, let's ask a question from a doctor perspective. What do you see as the most common potential injuries from doing this?
And my thoughts, definitely like, it's like bowling, right? So you're always doing like a lunge on that one leg. So if you're throwing right, your plans on your left leg, it's gotta be like left knee, left hip issues for sure. So maybe a little tendonitis from the curling. We'll see.
I should have stressed before I did the first lunge, and
Yeah, right. You got stretched a couple days ago.
it probably would have been any better.
No, not at all.
Anyway. Well, that is a wrap on this episode of Dad's Deals and Dumbbells. Huge thanks to my friend Tom Arra for making space for us today, showing us around, an entire team here at Windy City Curling. This is a fantastic facility.
It's clean.
Gorgeous. Very clean, professional. It's beautiful. I'm likely going to bring my team back here for team building events. Have a little fun.
Definitely want to do that too. And thanks for Tom for not kicking us off the ice.
Yeah, I think probably some of my skills I probably should have kicked right off as soon as I play.
Yeah, no.
If you enjoyed this episode, if you learned something, if you laughed, or just didn't hate it altogether, just favor, subscribe, leave a review, and share with another dad who is giving grindy just like you are every day.
Got a question, a dad hack, or crazy story? Send it our way.
Yep, thanks for tuning in. Now go lift something heavy.
And tuck your kids in, maybe try a new sport like curling. We'll see you next time.